What's up, my friend? Welcome back to another video. So today I just wanted to talk a little bit about what I think is the secret sauce to success in your business moving forward in this year and beyond. We've talked a lot about different types of marketing. Of course, Kajabi is the platform, and other platforms too, Kartra, Thinkific, Teachable, School, right? These are all platforms that help you monetize your skills, your knowledge, your passions through offering certain programs and products. But what really comes down to, or what business really comes down to in the first place, is building an audience that knows, likes, and trusts you, right? Because without an audience, you can't really sell anything properly. Because without an existing prior relationship with people who actually trust you enough to pay you for your expertise and your knowledge, you don't really have a profitable business. It's all about delivering and adding massive value to people in the world. So the question really is just how? Like, what is the best way to get ourselves out there in order to add massive value to people and run a business? And we've talked about this before, but the answer really comes down to content marketing. So it's like content really is underrated. I think more people are realizing now more than ever before that having some sort of online presence is very, very important. Because how else are people going to discover you if, like, unless you have prior credentials or you're very, very well known and respected in your field, it's difficult for people to discover you if you're just starting out and you don't really have a background in that field yet. So putting out content is super, super important. But not only putting out content, developing a strong relationship with people. And you do that through building trust. That really is the key factor that I want to mention. Building trust through your content. That is the secret ingredient to business success long term. And we do that by creating results, creating transformation in people through our free, valuable content. It's not enough just to say, oh, this is what I've done in the past, do this and you'll get like me, right? Don't be the type of guru who kind of puts themselves above other people. Because as soon as you do that, people start to feel like, oh, this guy, he's like a show off, or he's kind of arrogant. He doesn't really understand what I've been through, that sort of thing. The way I've always tried to approach content is by thinking from the perspective of the other person. If I were in this situation where I'm struggling with a certain topic or skill or something like that, I just want to learn to fix one problem at a time, right? I want to get better at this field one day at a time, one step at a time. And I want someone dependable and reliable and trustworthy who can guide me along the way without feeling like they're smarter than me or they're like overwhelming me with too much stuff. It's all about creating that trust with somebody else and feeling like they can be friends with you or they can be mentored by you in a very supportive and encouraging way. So you've probably heard people say, oh yeah, business now is more about personality than ever before. And to me, it really, really is true. So in your content, you really want to have an authentic personality, be very genuine in your intentions to help people, right? You truly have to want to make someone else's life better in order for them to truly believe that they can do it themselves and therefore take it into consideration and implement it into their own life. That ingredient is really, really, really important. It's not just enough to say, oh, here's the steps, this is what you do. Because if they don't truly believe that they can do it, or if you talk in a way that's sort of monotone and it doesn't pique their interest, then you really have no chance of getting them results and therefore having them as a paid customer or client down the line. So all that to say, double down on content because that is going to be your audience driver, right? Or your business driver to grow an audience. But in your content, make sure that you're being authentic and genuine and truly having a heart to want to help people and add value to their lives. If you can do that, then that's how you build that warm, authentic relationship with people who know, like, and trust you. And then down the line, they are much more likely to do business with you. So I hope that kind of makes sense. And if you are curious about maybe more of the step-by-step process of how I actually took what I was passionate about in the very beginning, like music, producing music, orchestrating music, and how I turned that into a full-time living as a career, basically doing what I'm doing now. I do have a program that I call From Passion to Profit, and it's usually $297 on my website. That's how much I charge for it regularly. But as a gift for watching this video today, I wanted to give it to you for free. And I'm not just saying that, like I truly want you to have this material. And the way to get that is through my Kajabi link down below in the description, where you can learn all about this From Passion to Profit course. But through the 30-day Kajabi trial, basically you will have access to the platform that I'm using on a regular basis to run my business, sell products, do email marketing, website hosting, everything consolidated into the one platform. And then once you become a paying member of Kajabi, you can forward me your receipt and I will send you free access to this From Passion to Profit course, so you can see exactly what I'm doing to run my business every single day. So yeah, if you have any questions about it, do let me know. I know content marketing is not always easy because it really is something we have to stay disciplined with, right? At the end of the day, it is a business that we're running. So we have to make sure we're consistent, we're disciplined. And again, if you want to learn that full step-by-step method of how I actually, monetized my skills and my passions, then that From Passion to Profit course is available. And again, you can check it out using my link down below through my Kajabi 30-day trial. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next video. See you soon.